want to say thank you again for actually coming out and doing this thing. Like, you are one of my second concepts.
Okay.
And I'm pretty excited about this project.
Yeah.
And I know you're a busy man. You got on your shades. Daddy's giving me celebrity. Daddy's a celebrity.
It's gonna happen one day, so might as well start practicing.
Start practicing, put it on the shades. Do it one more time for the camera. You gotta do it one more time. Take it off and put it. Okay. Boom. There it goes. So tell people about yourself and what you do as Mr. It's Delamont, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. Delamont, tell us about Mr. Delamont.
Well, initially I started out the brand as something that was very premature in menswear. I was really just trying to find my way in all of this, what's the word? This atmosphere, really.
Atmosphere, right? Okay.
That's what I want to use. But so pretty much like we call it a blogosphere. At first, that's what it was initially. So I started out just writing out my blogs, you know, documenting my outfits, everyday type of thing. But it was my last year of college, so I'm like, yo, what am I gonna do with myself? Because honestly, you know, I want to have a fallback plan about how I'm gonna go about leading my career path.
Okay.
And I'm always thinking ahead. And so I started out my blog in, I want to say September of that last year. I was in college, maybe I want to say 2014.
Okay.
I graduated 2015, so it's kind of like that last year. I started that out, and it was really just documenting. Once I graduated, it took another route because I had applied to numerous jobs. Many of them were in creative fields, over design departments, things like that. I had previous work doing magazine work. I was the art director for Journey Magazine at Florida A&M University. I had been a menswear director at Florida State University for the Diverse World Fashion Magazine. So I had a very robust experience in fashion coming out of college. And so I even did the Homecoming Fashion Show one year for Family too. That was in 2013. So I had style for Rosa Simmons as well the year before that. So I had a very good footing with what I wanted to do. I know it was fashion design. If I can do both, cool. But I realized that both live synonymously. And so I said, hey, I can really do this thing. I mean, people who work 2 jobs, people who do many things, and they multitask with what they want to do. I mean, a millionaire has over 7 streams of income. So I'm like, well, you know, if I decide that I want to do fashion, I can do that. I do design. Let me juggle it and figure it out. So once I graduated, I hadn't heard back from any of these companies I applied to. So I was like, hey, I'm the talent. Let me start this brand and really take off with it. And I want to have a luxury appeal. And so my personal brand's name, Mr. Delamont. I have 2 brands, but my personal brand name is Mr. Delamont. And so it was initially inspired. I often go to MrPorter.com and look up a lot of outfits and things like that.
Mr.
And I just love the clean design of it.
Mr. Porter, in case a lot of people don't know, Mr. Porter is actually one of the only menswear apps and website that you could go to and you predominantly get good menswear collection.
Absolutely.
And it's very clean, and they also have like their own little blog, the journal, and I love going to them too. I actually use them, you know, as an inspiration on what I feel like is happening in the trends and stuff. And another thing that I appreciate about you is that with your blog, you actually took a more different type of visual approach, because you get a lot of people that try on outfits and they put on these nice coats and jackets and pants and shoes, and you only see them in still life.
Right.
But you actually make it look good in motion, like you and your wifey. And like you guys get out there and really, no, like you guys be like, shout out to Miss Bay. You guys get out there and you guys produce a quality of work where people visually get it. They get the flow of the jacket. They get to see the width of and the, you know, the style of the watch. So that's another thing I would appreciate that, and it's good that you get inspired through Mr. Porter.
Yeah, so he was that site was one of my inspirations, and then of course just the whole idea of this cleanliness and luxury of menswear, but having that fit the lifestyle. So my name is Lamont, but I was like, you know, let me take this to more luxe appeal. Again, the theme of my brand. And so I'm like, well, my name, I've noticed, because I drive a lot, has a lot of suburbs and developments and things like that. And a lot of these developments have the name Mont in it.
Right.
And so that took me on a path to research what my name meant and everything. You know, it's like where I live is called Montclair. Then I've heard of Monterey or things like that, or you know, things like that, like very like
You want
things
to
that
make
have
your
like
name more suave, like
yeah.
you
So
want to
like
that type of direction.
I'm like, I have Lamont, but what will make this even more up a notch? So I'm like, you know, think of Della, or you know, another part of the name was inspired by Oscar de la Renta. So you know his story. So I'm like, well, you know, this is a combination of all of these things that inspire me. So Mr. Delamont, and it's a very formal introduction.
And it rolls off the tongue really well.
Exactly.
You like Delamont.
It's very fashion forward.
Right.
It's very luxury. It has a great taste. You know, like if you think about the brand, it's very taste oriented. You know, and that's what style is to me. So just having that good taste and you know taking your own take on what fashion looks like. So
Right. I guess between me and you, we
Hold on, start right there. What we gonna do is